Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live for Financial Fitness Friday, and we're going to go over building a corporate treasury, building wealth, and some of the digital markets. All right. And we're bringing this up, and we're doing this today because Dave had a couple questions. And first thing he said when we were hopping on this was, hey, it looks like crypto and then Bitcoin's making a comeback. And it's not. So it is, but you have to understand market cycles and how the money flows, right? Bitcoin historically runs on 4-year cycles. And so you get a very, very massive run up, and then you get a very, very sharp pullback, and then it kind of bounces around for a little bit, bounces around. It usually has a couple fake outs, both on the to the upside and the downside. That means it'll look like it's going to break out and go much higher. Sometimes it will then reverse and drop down to prices that you don't think were even possible, right? And then it shoots up, right? And so it fluctuates between a bull market cycle, bear market cycle, and one of the people that I follow that taught me a lot on charts and technical analysis called the top at 125, 126. If you think about it, it went down to about 80. I don't know what the low was on this, but it was about 37% down, right? So that's your first drawdown. I would never bet against Bitcoin. I think long term it is the best asset, or one of the best assets you could hold, both personally and in your business. And what I would say though is it's going to be a really good time to start buying, as long as you're dollar cost averaging. Let me explain what that is. That's, hey, I know I can afford to invest $500 a week or $50 a week, whatever it is, into investments. Whatever that weekly amount is, I would set it up on a weekly buy. I would not tell you to focus on anything other than accumulating or buying Bitcoin and XRP. Okay. And if you had to choose between one or the other, I would say Bitcoin. All right. This is someone that's followed those markets for a very long time. Now, couple other things I want to hop into on that, right? So we were talking about a corporate treasury. How would you do that? If you look up Michael Saylor of Microsystems, okay, he has done this very, very, very well. Okay, he has basically sold bonds, okay, for his company, so issued debt, and he uses that to buy Bitcoin. And if you look at how much that stock has appreciated over the years, you can see that he has a massive, massive, massive war chest. And it's almost not even, a tech company anymore. It's an investment vehicle. All right. And because he sees what's going on with our money is not sound. Okay. The whole premise of this and this asset class is that our money isn't sound. We print it, give it to other countries. And all we do is lose our purchasing power, right? So to build a corporate treasury, I think every company should. It would work the same way as I tell you to do it personally. And this is what I would tell you to do. Go buy a hard wallet, figure out an exchange that you really like, figure out how much you can pour into it every week. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's 500 or 5,000. Okay. You set up a weekly automated buy. It pulls every single day or every week. You're going to put some money into that market. After, once you have 2 or 3 weeks, you move that money over to a hard wallet and you keep it safe and you keep it off exchanges, because that's how you can run into trouble. How do I know? Well, I had a lot of money on Voyager at one point. I had a lot of money on FTX at one point. Voyager, I was not lucky to get out. I got hurt pretty bad. And FTX, I was very lucky, very blessed. I don't want to say lucky, very blessed, okay, to be able to pull my money out before that whole thing collapsed. All right. So
Sam Bankman-Fried, that's a different topic for a different day.
Absolutely. So here's what I would tell you, though. You have to be consistent with it. Do it all the time. And then when you see a big down day, a 5% down, a 7% down, I would strongly advise that whatever free cash that you have, meaning if you have excess cash that you're sitting on, you throw that in there. Okay. And that will help you build long-term wealth. It'll help your company build a corporate treasury. It will work the same both for you and your business. And I think that is an amazing idea that will help you really get to where you want to go. I would not trade it. I wouldn't tell anyone about it. I would set it up. And by the way, guys, to set it up, you just need sound financial principles. Okay. It's the same exact thing that we talk about, both your company and your business. So if you're making $10,000 a month for easy math, okay, you need to account that you're going to have 25 to 35% for your fixed expenses, right? So housing, then you're going to need your, money for food. Okay. The point of this being is you want to make it so you can at least save the same type of percentage. Dave, I don't know what you're doing, but it's causing fucking chaos right now, bro.
I'm not doing anything.
No?
No, sir.
All right. Something's going on with my volume then. Sorry. But long story short, 25% to fixed costs, 25% for variable costs, and then try to throw 25% to savings, 25% into an investment account. And here's the thing, guys, when that savings account, because you don't want to save that type of cash, right? Because if we know we're losing purchasing power, saving is actually going to have you lose money over time. So what I would strongly recommend that you do is once you get 6 months of living expenses in an account, throw it in a money market account. You can access whenever, and then everything else goes to investing. And if you can live by those sound financial principles, okay, you will be you'll be ahead of 99% of the other people that you know. And here's one other thing. When I talk about investing, I also mean tithing, right? I do donate a lot. Don't forget to do that because there are people out there that just, need help sometimes. It's a right thing to do. It's a godly thing to do, So what do you have on this, Dave? Or were there any questions that
Well, look, I mean, going back to crypto, like I think obviously Bitcoin, strong platform the way it is, strong currency, if you want to call it. I don't think it's going anywhere, right? It's not like putting the toothpaste back in the tube. It's here to stay. You look at that 6-month cycle, if you want to take it into smaller chunks. I mean, 6 months ago in the beginning of April, it was the lowest it's been all year. It was 76,000, right? 6 months later, it was at its highest in October at basically 125. And now today, just over the past week, it looks like it was down almost the second or third lowest of the year at 85. And today it's back up to 90 or 91. So I don't know. Is it moving back up in this 6-month swing? What's your take on that? A little bit. I don't think it's going to get back to 125, but
no, listen, it will blow past 125, right? But it's not going to happen now. Like
Right.
We had a correction. When did we hit 125 in August?
No, October.
Okay, so the market cycles usually play out a little bit longer than that. I mean, let me see if I could pull up a chart and kind of show you guys. FinViz, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna actually pull this up, okay? Because I think this will help. Explain what I'm getting at. Okay, so I'm going to try to share the screen as I go over this chart, but it's really not. It's showing me an ad, guys. I don't know what is going on here. It's saying get USDC. I don't want USDC. You know what? If I could show you guys a chart, it'll really help. Give me 1 second. All right. Perfect. I got it. It's not a great chart, but it's good enough. All right. And it only goes, let's see if I can go max. Yeah, max. Okay, cool. It's going to be very hard to see the point on this chart because the time is not marked off well, but let me see if I can share the screen. Okay, so if you're looking here, guys, okay, you see even back here, a massive runoff, okay, run up, and then you see kind of like a double top, and then it peters out, and then see this. This is where capitulation happens. Everybody sells, and that's usually the best buying point. Okay, and then you start getting a slow run up. There's capitulation. I remember that. I think that hit. I was buying that day. It actually got a little bit lower. Oh no, one of them was like $3,000. Yeah, there we go, 3,200. I remember that day very, very vividly. And then you see here we have another run up. This was a quick drawdown because it actually did hit a little bit higher after that. Mm-hmm. And then you see from November 13th, 2021. Now let's see where the bottom is. Bottom here is 22, December 22. So if you're looking November of 21, December 22, about a year, right? So let's look at this one to the absolute bottom, right? So December 2017. What is that? December 2018. So look, guys, you're going to have a year to accumulate this. The run up is a little bit, and then massive, right? So if I'm saying that I think that this probably topped here, okay, on October 4th, okay, we could expect the bottom in roughly 9 to 12 months. Okay, I've never done this before. Okay, let me stop the sharing, but I hope that actually made sense. Like, Dave, does that make sense to you? Yeah. So if I'm correct, okay, what you're going to see is you're going to see a about a year decline, give or take. Okay, but why is that important, guys? That's important because it's giving you time to get in. It's giving you time to cost dollar average. Okay, and that is how you can really, really do well here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Dave, we got some comments on here. I want you to find this guy, Daniel. Okay.
I'm a U.S. Marine Corps veteran looking for
mentor.
Awesome, man. How can we help you, sir? Thank you for this.
Yeah, thank you for your service. Please reach out. Shoot me a message, Daniel. But guys, this is really big, okay, and it can literally change your family, the fate of your family, over the course of time. The reason why most people do it is most people get scared of the losses, or most people don't have the financial discipline to live well below their means and put in what they need, right? So I get it's really tough living on 25% or 50% of what you're making, right? And maybe right now a win would be getting yourself down to maybe living off of 70% and then investing and saving with the other 30, right? And then as you get used to that, you consistently bring those fixed costs down where you can invest and save more. All right. I think that is a really, really, really smart thing to start doing for everybody. Because here's the thing, guys. It works like that in bad economies and bad markets, right? That's sound principle. It works like that when everything's going really well too, right? So if you guys can stick with that, it will build massive, massive, massive success for you over the long haul. All right. Dave, you got anything to add to that?
Yes, that favorite word that we always throw out there, just discipline. One question, and I don't know how much you want to get onto it. Maybe we can save it for another day too, but what's the writing on the wall or your take of what SoFi is doing right now? Offering crypto now as the first only national. I don't even know if you even saw that, but so SoFi Bank becomes the first and only nationally, hold on, it's blacking out here, first and only nationally chartered bank to launch crypto trading for consumers.
I think it's a bullshit headline.
Yeah. And that's from them directly too. There's a shit articles on it, but that one was from them.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I think it's a BS headline, right? I think they're trying to get attention, get eyeballs. The reality is most people go to exchanges, okay? All the banks are adopting this one way or the other. They're all working on it right now in the back. And I do think that now you have governments buying it. You have municipalities buying it. You have very, very large corporations buying it. Okay. So it is now mainstream. All right. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to try to predict or think about where the end is. Okay. Because if you really think about something, or where the bottom is, I mean, because it usually works on percentages, and you could see like the same types of percentages playing out in all those charts. If you really mess around with it, you can. And because it's becoming more widespread, more mainstream, you're going to have institutions coming in, or we have institutions coming in. They have way, way, way more money, way more buying power, right? So they're pretty smart. They're going to be dollar cost averaging, and then when it gets low, they're going to buy it, right? When I showed you that little BIP that was 3,200 when I was, on that chart, most of the population didn't know about that. So the average person that was watching it or doing it saw that, and the guys that knew what they were doing bought heavy. The guys that panicked, okay, sold and probably regretted it. Okay. So yeah, that's my take on that. Anything else, bud?
You think that's any writing on the wall? Like, yeah, I know it's a headline and institutions get involved, but you think it's a writing on the wall for fiat currency?
No.
Meaning that goodbye at some point? It should be.
I mean, it's headed that way, but we don't want that. Okay. We don't want we never want a central bank digital currency. We never want a digital ID. I can't tell you how many times I've gone over that. Yeah. Those are the two things that we must fight to the death. Okay, they're evil. They're legitimately evil. It's a way for the government to control the entirety of the population. There is no other way to look at it. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it does. And if people don't wake up and realize that, we're going to be in a real mess, a real situation. So what I would say is that speak up on that, research on it. Don't take my word for it, guys. Actually look into it. Right? All this stuff. Like, please. And it's not just me. Everybody that you listen to, do the research behind it to fact check them, if you will. But on the flip side to that, I strongly believe that, and that is a hill I'm willing to die on. It's a hill that I believe in so much that if the United States did it, I have a house somewhere else. I have a way to leave and go somewhere else where I will not be bothered. And Dave, that I don't, that is how strongly I will be willing to not put up with that.
Amen.
Right. Yeah. So I hope this helped, guys. All right. Please share this with someone that needs to hear it. We do it every Friday. And we'll catch you later. Take care.
Be great, Joe.
Take care. Bye.